Good morning, Barons.
On today's episode, we'll check out a student profile, catch up with Mitchell,
grind up some coffee,
and learn about International Night. I'm Abby Hopkins.
And I'm Jay Zimmer.
And you're watching BCC TV.
Okay, Abby, what's going on in the news this week?
More student-led protests are being held across the nation in the wake of the Parkland shooting in February.
On Wednesday, students from all over the DMV gathered in D.C. once again, and while many BCC students were out in large numbers, others also stayed on campus to offer 17 minutes of solidarity for the 17 victims.
Beyoncé and Jay-Z have announced that they'll be going back on tour in their OTR Stadium tour. It'll begin in June and it will include 5 cities across the United Kingdom and Europe and 21 cities in North America.
In BCC news, the annual used book sale was a great success. Thank you to all the volunteers and organizers for your help.
International Night is tonight, March 16th from 6 o'clock to 7:30. Here's a quick promo for the annual festivities.
El 16 de marzo.
We are holding International Night on March 16th and we hope to all see you there.
Sanya Shilio House.
Last year we represented about 40 countries.
Il 16 marzo.
I've been attending International Night and helping out for the past 4 years.
International Club Teatro.
It's been a great experience to meet people from around the world just in our BCC community.
At International Night,
we have the potluck, the fashion show, and the talent show.
Bienvenue à la Nuit Internationale.
Yeah, it's an awesome opportunity to get SSL, CAS, and NHS hours.
欢迎你们来我们学校的国际晚会。
Dojdite na očasačuni druge.
Venite alla serata internazionale. Come to International Night!
Come tonight and check it out. The ACLU Club of BCC has created a Change.org petition to make Montgomery County a sanctuary jurisdiction. The link can be found in the description of this YouTube video.
The Black Girl Magic exhibit has been set up again. Come to the attendance atrium and see the art and videos revolving around black women and our experiences.
Abby, do you know that they're building a 5th Starbucks in Bethesda?
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Let's check in with some other sides of the Bethesda coffee scene.
What is coffee? Well, it's everyone's favorite energizing beverage. When you drink coffee, you just finally feel good again. Here at BCC, the students and staff thrive on it. But what is the most suitable place for coffee in Bethesda? To find this answer, I asked some barons where they go for the morning joe. So where do you get your coffee in the morning, lunch, or afternoon?
I don't drink coffee.
I get it from Starbucks.
I mean, it's usually from Starbucks, so yeah.
Starbucks.
We gotta go to Plug Starbucks.
Starbucks.
Yeah.
Starbucks.
Of course. So I went to Plug Starbucks to see what the coffee buzz was all about.
Hi.
I'm the property manager.
Oh.
Why you're taking pictures of my building?
Oh, I was just filming for a school segment. Is that all right? It's just for school use. Nothing private, no profit will be made off of this. Is that okay? I'll leave if it's not okay.
How much longer do you think you'll be?
5 minutes. Is that okay?
Yeah. Oh, my watch is down in my car.
I have a watch.
After getting a grande ice sugar-free vanilla latte with soy milk, I decided to check out actual coffee shops in Bethesda and rate them as well. First up is Quartermain. This place won the illustrious award for best coffee shop non-chain about a decade ago when I was 8. Quartermain also has a sleek, vintage 2008 interior design. And after tasting the coffee, it left a pleasant bitter taste with just hints of coffee. I give Quartermain 5.5 out of 10. Next up is Joe and the Juice, a recently opened coffee shop that also sells juice. The interior has a hip modern design that is sure to reel in many customers. The large selection of juices almost distracts from the water-tasting coffee that they have on tap. Joe and the Juice receives a score of 2 stars. Finally, we have Dolcezza, a gelato shop that just happens to serve coffee as well. Well, this delicious gelato shop has an authentic cafe feel to it, and best of all, amazing third wave coffee. Dolcezza receives 3 thumbs up. Now you know where to get your coffee, BCC. I'll see you next time.
Don't forget, guys, if you only drink tea, you're soft.
Abby, what kind of music do you listen to?
Strictly Jason Aldean, the Zac Brown Band, and Tim McGraw. My phone is like a mobile WMZQ.
Oh no, baby, what is you doing?
Maybe this profile will expand my music horizons.
Hey, my name is Benjamin, and welcome to the studio. I think that's good.
Yeah, I like that.
Why you acting so afraid? Because the water ain't that deep. You barely stepped in, you're not reflecting. No, you're too afraid to drown.
So I'll start off writing a song kind of typically like procedural wise. It's like chords, so like the background music, like either on piano or guitar. I'll start that off and I've been messing with that for a little bit, and then I just sing random stuff over it. This is just like the conventional, like sometimes it's different. It's always different for every song, but this is the general formula. Anyway, second step, I would just like sing random stuff over it, see what sounds good, use like different syllables. Gatorade out the preem cup. That's me a line. I don't know, just to come up with like a melody, like a hook or something, and then I write some words. And usually I'll write all my music before I record any of it. So like I'll write the whole song on guitar and then record stuff.
Gatorade out the preem, pink sweater, that's so clean. I'm just riding with my team. Stay away from them fiends.
It's a long process. It sits there in the oven, and sometimes it's like one step will happen like one day and the next step will happen like 3 weeks later. Subconsciously I'm like, how can I make this sound cool? How can I make this sound cooler? How can I make this sound more interesting? And this is all subconscious. This is like my natural urge to do this. With words, I play a chord and I just have to picture something in my head, and then I'll go from there. Like if that picture in my head makes me think of something, boom, then we're talking, It's all about like the flow of how many pieces of art work, because like it's parallel. Like the flow in art, like the flow in like painting is the same, should follow the same pattern as the flow in music, this flow in video, flow in cinema, all this stuff. It should have the same natural flow.
Check out Ben's SoundCloud for more fire music. I think I invested all my money in Bitcoin.
You're like a couple months late.
No, I'm not.
You're like Facebook.
The internet. 50% ASMR videos.
Hey guys, how are you doing?
30% watermarked stock images, 10% Korean boy band tribute pages, 10% FBI agents posing as children, and 100% an intrinsic part of our lives these days. My favorite thing about the internet is how social it's made us. Think of all the great conversations you and your friends are able to have because of the internet, such as, hey bro, can I get the Wi-Fi password? Okay. And,
can you go like my recent, please?
Okay. And of course the old classic, miss, we can't do the assignment on the Chromebooks because the internet is down. Sometimes our generation is accused of being too obsessed with the internet, and I definitely think that's true. I mean, if most of us were told, you're being taken to rehab, your internet addiction has gone too far, most of us would reply with, do they have Wi-Fi there? However, I don't think that's a bad thing necessarily. The internet is a huge source of entertainment and information, and gives us the opportunity to be connected with much more people in the world than at any other time in human history. So, I decided to get BCC's take on the internet.
The internet has improved our lives because we can search things up, we can order things online. Was that good?
We're able to look up things as opposed to like searching in the dictionary.
No. I think we have access to a lot of information that we didn't have access to before, and that can make us, more informed people and more informed citizens.
Like, have you seen the WikiHow article, How to Nay? That's a really useful one.
I think that's actually really improved, my mental health, my physical health, my overall being, I think has really been improved by that one article.
Hit that nay.
I can talk to baddies through the internet, and that's a good thing.
But you couldn't do that in real life?
No, I struggle with conversation.
What is your go-to bad jaunt discussion website?
Probably Christian Mingle.
J-Date's not the move.
Definitely not. Heard a lot of catfish are on there.
Farmers only.
I can watch food being made in fast motion.
It's allowed us to be in better contact with people around the world.
Sing it with me. You don't have to be lonely at farmersonly.com.
Yeah.
Do you think he looks like Ryan Gosling?
Absolutely, yes, I do.
I think he looks like Ryan Gosling.
Absolutely, yes.
Look at memes, like everybody else. Probably just look at pictures of myself on social media.
Is she okay? Like, actually.
I actually have no idea.
You've never been on the internet?
I've been on the internet.
Do you want me to show you?
I know what wait.
It's over there.
Procrastinate.
Oh, are you doing that right now?
No.
Well, the internet may not be understood by most of us, but it is enjoyed by all of us. Keep those nets neutral. Back to you, Jane Abby.
Thanks for that, Mitchell.
Winter sports have officially ended, and we're just starting to wrap up the spring training sessions.
What's new with Barron Athletics this week, Maya and Joe?
Nothing, but since our spring sports are just scrimmaging for now, I thought it would be a good idea to highlight the successes of our winter sports teams. Our basketball teams had an absolutely amazing season, with the girls finishing their regular seasons with a record of 17-2 and the boys finishing with a record of 19-3. Our Palms team had an amazing season, and they ended up placing in third at their county competition. Great job, girls. Our swim and dive teams also had fantastic seasons, with the boys placing in 5th with 211 points at the MPSSAA West Region Championships, and the girls placing in 3rd with 301 points.
Thank you. Track had an amazing season. Highlights from the Maryland 4A Indoor Track State Championships include boys 4x800 meter relay, who ran a school indoor record in 809.39 and took home the 4x800 relay state title. The boys 3200, Adam Nakasaka ran 926.2 in a come-from-behind win, clinching his 2nd state title of the day and his 4th of his BCC career. Last but not least, our wrestling team ended their season with an outstanding record of 24 wins and 8 losses. Thank you for some record-breaking seasons, Barons. Now on to spring season. Good luck, spring teams, as you prepare for your first contest. As a reminder, the mulch sale is this weekend, and all students who participate get free t-shirts, food, and SSL hours. So come out and help support. That's all for this week. Back to you, Abby and Jay.
Thanks for that, Maya and Joe. Well, that's all for this week, Barons. Check back next Friday for more news, updates, and humor.
Keep those standards high, BCC.
And keep the pinching low.
I'm Abby Hopkins.
And I'm Jay Zimmer.
And we're signing off. In their OTR 2 stadium tour.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
Stadium tours are gross. I would never.